Everyone, welcome back to another episode of Marvin's Room. Thank you guys for joining me wherever you're at in the world. To the new subscribers, welcome to the channel. My name is Marvin. I'm a manifestation life coach, helping you guys manifest the lives you want to live via the teachings of Abraham, Neville, Joseph Murphy, past and present law of attraction teachers, just combining their teachings to help you guys figure something out what works best for you. So thank you guys once again, like I said, for joining me. We're only 4 months in on this journey and we're growing. The growth has been tremendous. So thank you guys so much. I can't thank you enough. So yeah, today's video, I wanted to come on here and talk to you guys about a success story that was written to me from someone who purchased my EFT tapping course to manifest a specific person. Now, for those that don't know what EFT is, emotional freedom technique, I'm going to leave in the description below videos that I actually do the EFT tapping technique with you guys, and I explain to you guys how it works and the benefits and kind of the science behind it and why it's so powerful. EFT is something that I use personally and that others have used, and they've seen tremendous results. And basically what EFT does is, well, I guess my specific person course specifically is I take you all the way back to the beginning of your childhood. And from those first memories of whether your parents weren't there or there was traumatic events in your childhood, or, you know, your early adolescent years, your teenage years. And I bring you basically step by step. And I kind of take you, it's an 11-day course. And I take you, each 11 days is basically catered towards a different part of your life, starting from childhood, and it goes all the way up in order to early adolescent years, teenage years, early adult years. And I help you clean and heal via the EFT tapping method any resentment, any fear and anxiety, et cetera, you may be holding on to subconsciously or even consciously in your life, to help be able to get rid of those blocks so that you can manifest anything in your life. Because a lot of times people can't manifest is because they're holding on to so much bitterness, fear, and resentment, etc., from the past. And so it creeps up and it catches up to them, you know, every time. So that's kind of how my course works. And like I said, this success story I'm getting ready to read to you guys in a little bit is so important, because I want you guys to understand the power of your self-concept. I want you to understand the power of healing you, because it's never about other people, as you guys know. It's always about you. What do you have going on inside of you? The world is literally going to mirror all of that back to you. And this story is so powerful because from my own personal experience and from what I've seen coaching people around the world now over the past 4 months, like, I see that people get what they want and then they lose it again is because their self-concept, their I amness isn't up to par to what it's supposed to be. And I know there's a lot of YouTube coaches out there and say, you don't need self-love. You don't need this and that to manifest. All you need to do is affirm. My SP is constantly thinking about me. My SP constantly wants to be with me. My SP has eyes only for me and me only. You know, my SP wants to marry me. Why? You know, these things like that, which is all well and dandy. It works. But from what I'm seeing is that people, they do these affirmations and then they crash and burn. You know, they do these affirmations and they crash and burn. They manifest their SP back and they lose them again. And they wonder why their boat can't stay afloat. And their boat can't stay afloat is because your self-concept, your I amness isn't thorough. You know what I mean? And that's why I can't wait to read this story to you guys, because this story shows you that when you work on that, things start to happen. The past starts to get healed. You know, and like I said, I know some coaches don't agree with that. And I know some coaches, you know, they'll tell you, I feel like some people, they tell some of you viewers what you want to hear just so they can get your money. You know what I'm saying? But know that I'm not about that. I'm here to tell you the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. You know what I'm saying? Because I know that's the only way you're going to grow and get better. And I don't want you guys to skip steps, because I know so many people, they skip steps. You know what I'm saying? So many people, you know, you wonder why you and your SP, you know, broke up, you know, 10, 20 times already. You know what I'm saying? And that's because something inside of you is not sticking. You have no self-worth. You have low self-esteem. You don't feel trusting. You don't feel worthy. You don't feel secure. You don't feel first best, you know, and that all has to do with your self-concept, you know. And like I said, I'm not going to bash any of these coaches. I mean, I know people are bashing me. People are on different forums and stuff, and they're bashing people like me, myself personally, and other people that are doing what I'm doing, calling us law of attraction whores, law of attraction porn stars, et cetera, et cetera. Like, I don't care about any of that. You know, I'm not here to bash anybody for their beliefs or whatever the case may be. I'm here to tell you guys what I've seen personally work and what I've seen personally fail. And if you guys can continue to try to skip your childhood traumas, your childhood issues, if you want, but I'm telling you, it's going to rear its ugly face in your relationship sooner or later. Sooner or later, it's going to, or if not all of your relationships. All right, guys. So I'm about to jump into the story to show you guys how important it is, or how important it is to do the work, and how this person in particular, this woman, was able to get great results from the EFT tapping video, and kind of change her past, and kind of heal and getting better to move forward, and things like that. All right, guys. So here's the story. This is how it goes. It goes, "Hi, Marvin. I feel an urge to express my gratitude to you. Sorry the story is long, but I want you to know some details so you understand how precious your techniques are for me." Listen, I appreciate that, but these are not my techniques. These techniques have been passed down year after year, century after century, generation after generation. I am just a messenger. So I guess I will, take credit for me helping you, I guess, understand it in a way that resonates with you. So I will take credit for that, but I can't take credit for the techniques. But thank you anyway. Thank you. I'm on day 8 of EFT tapping course purchase from you. No specific person yet. However, I already feel better. Awesome. So here's my story. I had some toxic relationships as well as good ones, but all would end up either with fights or getting cold. A year ago, I met my soulmate. He was mirroring me all the way around. So a couple of months after the first euphoria passed, my usual self in relationships started taking over, worrying about circumstances and being needy, worried, jealous, and not trusting, affirming to myself that I wasn't good enough, that this was too good to be true. Mind you, that it was all happening within me, but I was showing him a cool girl outside, yet he just conformed to my inner state. I don't know why exactly after him I've realized that my relationships didn't work because of my self-attitude. I didn't know anything about law of assumption back then. My mind just played my love life backwards, and I understood. For the first time, I decided that I wanted a man back. I started from self-love exercises, no results. Learned about Neville, watched a ton of videos of multiple Neville videos and LOA coaches and testing techniques. I tested them and affirmations, and nothing worked for me. At the same time, I was so anxious and scared that time was passing and my SP would find someone new. So he did. I got so disappointed and hurt, mostly for losing faith. The day I learned about the new girlfriend, I died and resurrected. Somehow, finally, self-concept thing clicked to me. I understood that I didn't need to put my worth in someone's hands but mine. Absolutely. I should not seek love and confirmation anywhere but within me. Absolutely. I understood why affirmations and techniques didn't work because of tons of inner clutter. Tons of inner clutter. So I am looking for ways to declutter and randomly saw a link on your EFT video in the comments thread. I had tried EFT before, but it didn't work. But I decided to give yours a try and to check on yours. This has changed me a lot. I did it religiously for about 5 times a day within a week or 10 days, and 3D started conforming quite quickly. For the first time in my 30-plus life, I started loving my look, my body. I started acknowledging my intelligence and abilities. When I returned to work after lockdown, people started telling me how beautiful I've become. Random men started offering me to buy me drinks, give me a ride. One confessed in love, and one said he would love to manifest someone like me. I can go on and on about the confirmation cases. Well then. However, the main person wasn't still there, and I definitely knew why, because I still had resentment and anger for the past, for the third party. Despite my friends called her names, I never felt any negative towards her, as she's the least guilty person in the situation. I was resentful about him. Sometimes I would feel love to him, sometimes loathing for what he said and treated me like. Despite that, I realized that it was nothing more than a reflection of my self-concept and fears. When I purchased your course, I thought that at least it would help me to declutter from resentment, jealousy, and anger, at least from the good in the future, whoever my partner is. And you covered it all. Starting from childhood, all these problems in life come from my childhood and added more trauma during adult life, just as you spotted. It is hard at first and it's like opening old wounds, but after a sharp pain, it starts healing quickly instead of nagging for years and killing you slowly. I don't know yet whether one time. Wait, excuse me. Let me see. I don't know yet whether one time 11 days round is enough for me. Maybe I will do more rounds. However, I am already cleaner. Thank you so much. And that's basically it. She said, P.S. I hope if you decide to share, hopefully I will come back to you with my full success story. Yes, I am looking forward to reading your success story because, as you know, and as many people know, when you finally heal your past and heal yourself, that paves the way for you to have the best relationship with whoever your specific person is, whether it's your current specific person or a new specific person, whatever the case may be. So I know now that you are doing the work, I know for a fact you will get the results you want to get because you're healing all of that trauma from childhood, from teenage years, from your earlier life, whatever the case may be, because I know that EFT course that I created takes you through all of these different stages of your life back in time so that you can heal and get rid of that pain, get rid of that bitterness, that resentment, like you said in your story, that keeps you trapped. Unforgiveness is a huge blocking factor for people in so many areas of life. I want you guys to understand that. Never forget that. That's why forgiveness is so key. That's why letting go is so key, because not letting go, it's going to hurt you guys in your relationship time and time again. And you're going to keep having those same negative thoughts, just like she said. When you get to a relationship with your specific person, you're going to start thinking, oh, I'm not good enough. This is too good to be true. You're going to start to affirm those things with your inner dialogue, with your mental diet, as Neville says, and it's going to become reality because whatever your mental diet is, whatever conversations you have with yourself, the world is going to just mirror it back to you. Just like she said, her SP was conforming to her inner state. And that's why I keep telling you guys, inner state is so freaking important. I understand some of these YouTube coaches and stuff tell you that you don't need to work on that. But yo, listen, you do need to work on that. I'm telling you guys. But you guys want microwave shit. You guys want to put your SP in a microwave, press 30, and your SP pops out ready to eat. No. You guys are not even letting your SP thaw out, defrost first. You're just trying to put it in the microwave straight up and just do it that way. It doesn't work like that, guys. From my experience, from me working with people around the world now, and from my own personal life, when you change your self-concept and you fall in love with yourself, things become so much easier. Visualizations become so much easier. Affirmations become so much easier. Like she said, every day things just start happening. People coming up to her, buying her drinks, offering to give her a ride. People start confessing love to you, etc., etc. This stuff works, but you cannot skip your self-concept. I know you guys want to manifest your SP so bad. I know you do. I know you do. But understand, they're not your source of happiness. I know you guys want to manifest your specific person, but that is not the way to do it. You do not skip all of these important steps just to get your specific person back. And that shows you guys, if you're more worried about affirming, my SP is constantly thinking about me, my SP is this, my SP constantly wants me, my SP only has eyes for me. If you're constantly affirming that, but you're not working on your self-love, what does that tell you? What does that show you? That shows you you're putting your SP up here and you're putting yourself down here. And that's a recipe for disaster. And I'm telling you guys, 9 times out of 10, you guys that do that type of work where you just want to affirm, I'm telling you, you and your SP are going to probably have an on and off relationship again because your self-concept isn't where it's supposed to be. All right. So I just wanted to jump in here and share the success story for this EFT tapping. I'm so happy that this EFT tapping has worked for you to help your self-concept, to help your mental diet, to help you heal and kind of forgive the past. Like, I'm super excited for you, and I cannot wait to read your final success story because I know it's going to happen regardless of a third party, because third parties don't mean shit. Third parties don't mean shit. All right? Because when you radiate self-love. I want you guys to understand something. When you love yourself, when you love, period, your heart has like 40,000 plus neurons, okay? And your heart gives off a field that radiates far beyond your body. You can't see it, but it's there. And that shit's real. And when you get to a point to where you really love and you really forgive and you accept and you release, let go, I'm telling you that loving energy is a magnet and it radiates out in the universe. And so people have no choice but to think about you, but to feel you, but to reach out to you, et cetera, because it all starts with you. Everyone is you pushed out, as you all know. Thank you guys once again for joining me for another episode of Marvin's Room. I will see you guys next time. You know where You know when. More life.